As Matthew McConaughey walked into the courtroom, all eyes seemed magnetically drawn to him, as if he wasn't just a witness, but a living legend. The atmosphere charged with a special energy, and nearby artists even managed to make quick sketches, trying to capture every detail of his confident face and unmistakable charm. While these moments are mostly rumors circulating outside the courtroom, many say it wasn't just an entrance. It was a moment that would stay etched in the memories of everyone present. Secrets that were meant to stay inside the mansion are now echoing through the courtroom. Matthew McConaughey breaks Hollywood's silence under oath. It began, as these stories often do, with what looked like just another exclusive party. A private gathering of the rich and famous, where guest lists are guarded tighter than state secrets. But now, years later, Matthew McConaughey has taken the witness stand, and what he's revealing is something the entertainment elite never wanted the world to hear. This wasn't a film, not a script. It was the confession of a man with nothing to gain and everything to lose. He spoke of a night when he was invited to join what insiders called the Circle, a private event at a mansion now referred to in whispers as Diddy's estate. Everything appeared normal, until he stepped inside. According to McConaughey, the atmosphere shifted immediately. Heavy security, phones confiscated at the door, smiles that didn't quite reach the eyes. But the most alarming thing was the mood. Oddly restrained, as if everyone was waiting. Not partying. Waiting. The mansion itself was luxurious, but certain doors were guarded. Strictly off limits. Silent men stood watch, arms crossed, eyes forward. McConaughey asked about the rooms. One guard replied plainly, "Not for everyone." He moved on, but the pressure in his chest grew. He soon noticed a staircase leading downward, marked by a glowing neon sign. The Lighthouse. What at first looked like a quirky design choice turned out to be something much darker. Lighthouse was code, McConaughey later learned, for the gatherings that took place underground. Events for those who had no moral boundaries left to cross. He described a line of people waiting to go down. No laughter, no conversation, just a silent procession. At one point, a man turned around and looked at him, his pupils blown wide, face pale and damp with sweat. McConaughey said he'll never forget the look in his eyes. "Don't go down there," though the words were never spoken. What he saw next forced the courtroom to fall silent. When he asked to leave, he was told his driver was delayed. Instead, he was guided to what they called a resting lounge, a glass-walled room, transparent, isolated, like a display case. He sat there for over an hour, watching the crowd pass by, many avoiding his gaze. From inside that room, he noticed a young girl standing alone near a hallway. She looked no older than 16. She didn't speak, didn't move. She was soon escorted away by someone in black. He never saw her again. Then came the calls. Blocked numbers. A voice, cold and steady. "You were there. You know now." That was it. No threats, no demands. Just the chilling confirmation that he'd seen what he wasn't supposed to. After that, silence. His phone stopped ringing. People he trusted became distant. Meetings were canceled. Offers dried up. A shadow seemed to follow him everywhere. Haunted, McConaughey began investigating. Quietly, carefully. Over time, he pieced together footage, guest lists, chat logs, and leaked clips. One video, too disturbing to play in court, allegedly shows a gathering in that same basement. A circle of people. In the center, another young girl. The clip cuts abruptly. No one speaks of where it came from. McConaughey delivered a sealed envelope to the court containing evidence he'd gathered over several years. Included were transcripts, surveillance footage, and, most hauntingly, names. Names of victims. Names of guests. A term kept surfacing during testimony: lighthouse. He confirmed it was a code name used for events where everything was visible, nothing hidden. At the center of this operation, he claimed, stood Sean "Diddy" Combs. Nothing happened without his permission. He wasn't just present, he orchestrated. McConaughey also mentioned seeing certain high-profile individuals, including powerful politicians, at events connected to Combs. While he stated he never witnessed these figures in the mansion's basement, he strongly implied they knew what was happening behind the scenes. When asked why he chose to speak out now, his answer was clear: "Because I realized, if I don't, this darkness will only grow, and I refuse to be another silent name on a list of people who looked away." His closing statement rang through the courtroom like a bell. That wasn't a party. It was a system, a machine, and it's broken. The lighthouse no longer shines. Now it's time to bring everything into the light. As he exited the courthouse under police escort, reporters swarmed. McConaughey didn't answer questions. He simply nodded and disappeared into a waiting vehicle. Prosecutors later confirmed receipt of his sealed evidence file and announced a new phase of investigation. Meanwhile, the internet is ablaze. Who was in that guest list? Who else knew? And most chilling of all, who's next? What's clear now is this: the game has changed, and the truth is finally rising from the basement. As Matthew McConaughey walked into the courtroom, all eyes seemed magnetically drawn to him, as if he wasn't just a witness, but a living legend. The atmosphere charged with a special energy, and nearby artists even managed to make quick sketches, trying to capture every detail of his confident face and unmistakable charm. While these moments are mostly rumors circulating outside the courtroom, many say it wasn't just an entrance. It was a moment that would stay etched in the memories of everyone present. As Matthew McConaughey's testimony sent shockwaves through the courtroom, word quickly spread beyond those walls. Sources close to Sean "Diddy" Combs describe his reaction as a mix of stunned disbelief and quiet fury. Insiders say Diddy remained unusually silent in public, but was seen behind closed doors pacing the halls, making urgent calls, and rallying his legal team. Some say this was the first time the music mogul was truly rattled, the carefully constructed empire suddenly feeling fragile under the weight of these allegations. Yet despite the storm brewing around him, Diddy has neither confirmed nor denied any of the claims, leaving the world to wonder, is this just the beginning of a fierce battle for truth, or the calm before a far more explosive storm? But it's important to remember, all these details are just rumors and unconfirmed accounts circulating outside the courtroom. None of this is official information or verified fact. The truth runs deeper, and only the ongoing investigation will reveal what really happened. For now, all we can do is watch closely and wait to see how this story unfolds.